In this video, I'll present how to add a new node to an existing Hadoop cluster. So at the moment, I'm connected to the master Hadoop server, the primary name node, in our Hadoop cluster. We have 3 other servers in the clusters at the moment called Hadoop 2, 3, and 4, respectively. If we inspect our workers file in the Hadoop config, so if we do, let's say, a cat of Hadoop ets Hadoop /workers, we can see the 4 workers, including our current node. So Hadoop 1, 2, 3, and 4 are the current worker nodes. Before we add another, there are a few things to do first. Now, I already have a server called Hadoop 5 that I've spun up with Java already installed. So what we need to do is set up everything to do with Hadoop. So before I begin, just so we don't forget, we're going to stop all. We're not going to hot load the new server. We're going to stop everything that's currently running in Hadoop. And then we're going to add our Hadoop 5 server as a worker node, so it'll be an additional data node on the network in our cluster. And then we'll bring the server back up with that new node. And then we'll verify it at the end. So now that it's stopped, we're going to do a sudo emacs. We're going to load an editor that loads the ets hosts file of the system. And in the hosts file, we'd like to add another node. So it's the new server, Hadoop 5, is running on 192.168.2.44 on my network. And we put this in here for convenience. And now we want to copy our SSH ID, our key, so that we can have a passwordless login to Hadoop 5 from our master node. So this will use a key-based authentication. And now if we test it and we connect to Hadoop 5, we can SSH into the server and we're connected. So Hadoop is accessible from our master node without a password using a key-based authentication. Now we need to copy Hadoop over, but before we do, we want to edit our workers file. So we'll load emacs Hadoop ets Hadoop /workers, and we have 4 there currently, and now we're going to add Hadoop 5. Save it, quit. And now we need to copy this to all of our nodes on the network. So we'll do an SCP -RQ. So we're going to do it recursively and in quiet mode so we don't get spammed by all the files that are copying over. We're going to copy our Hadoop folder entirely to Hadoop 5 into the home Hadoop folder. Now that that's complete, let's copy the workers file to all the other servers on the network. So we'll copy it. We don't need to do it in quiet mode because it's not that loud. There's only one file we're copying. We're going to copy Hadoop ets Hadoop workers into Hadoop 2 home